All right, you guys, so welcome to the video. So in this, it's going to be so much free game. This is going to be the exact hybrid process that got me from a strict, boring, typical bodybuilder gym rat life to a jacked hybrid athlete with now a balanced lifestyle, okay? Over here on the left, I've been training for almost 7 years now, and for the first 6.5 years, I was literally miserable. I was bouncing from cutting to bulking to dirty bulking. I was obsessed with training like a bodybuilder, right? I was lifting for years, but I can never truly get lean. And if I did, I'll always end up rebounding my weight back, right? I always believed that too much cardio and the whole running thing would ruin my gains. Anytime that I had plans with my boys, my friends, family, I would usually say no. Or if I did go, I would have this kind of guilt and shame feeling every time I went out. And it was just so restrictive and just miserable. But now on the right side, I have my dream car, my dream lifestyle. I'm able to finally be happy, not be depressed anymore, not go through suicidal attempts, which I've been through in the past too as well because of that restrictiveness. I've done my first marathon now because of it. I have a great community by my side, a great friend group. I'm able to have that kind of balanced lifestyle and have the woman by my side now. So I'm going to break down to you guys exactly how I got here. And the very first thing is starting out with the problem, right? So training intensely was never a problem for me, right? Like I always knew how to somewhat train hard, but it never truly led to me getting my dream body or down in body fat, right? Like I just thought eating clean was enough. But at the end of the day, you have to track everything and you have to track your calories. Now, with that being said too, that led to me having a lack of clarity and real structure towards my goals. Structure is everything when it comes to really getting towards this new kind of lifestyle and overall balance, right? And I just always hated myself. Like I always thought that I had to be like super strict. So anytime I would try to eat out, it would like I would have so much guilt and shame about it. And it led to me, binge eating and again, rebounding my weight back. And, I was still going out every now and then, but it was more in a sense to where I didn't have control over it, right? Like I was using the alcohol and the food as kind of like an escape because my regular lifestyle was just so restrictive and it led to a lot of like, depressive phases and all that stuff how I was talking about earlier, right? And just like how I'm saying, like I've been lifting for years and I hate how I was never able to really get lean to see my abs. I looked okay with a shirt on, whatever, but filling up my sleeves, I had really no definition on me, right? And of course I knew how to eat better, train hard, stay consistent, but knowing wasn't the actual real problem. I never had a proper way of sustaining my approach to fitness in order to truly reach my goals. Like, what I'm saying? Not even close, right? So the strict diet, sacrificing my plans, jumping from programs, hoping that, this is what I need or this is going to work. Like it never worked out. And if it did, again, I would just rebound my way back and go to how I used to be, right? And it isn't because I haven't tried to, it's because I've tried. Like I've started over more times than I could count for real. And every weekend I wiped out my progress. If I said no to plans, it felt like I had FOMO and I was missing out on things, which was a whole another problem in itself. And something always pulled me back and I couldn't figure out truly what it was. But what was actually happening is I thought the answer was always more restrictive, be more, hard about everything, right? The David Goggins mindset, right? But really I was feeling forced to choose one or the other. Like I thought I couldn't have both. I thought it had to be the body or the life, which is a lot of times what you guys probably hear on social media, right? And that caused me to be half-hearted in both, and I stayed stuck. So I was never fat, but I was never truly fit, if that makes sense. And I was just average year after year after year. Again, I've been doing this for 6-7 years now, and it was just constant cycles of going back, right? But here's the thing. The core problem that you're actually trying to solve is just thinking that you can't have balance, right? And it all starts with this. The actual problem is you thought the answer was more restriction. Stricter diets, saying no to plans, cutting out the fun, holidays, trips, traveling, things like that, right? But it just actually made you more miserable, and now you're stuck in a cycle, just like how I was, right? And this is what it caused. It caused you to be stuck in the same cycles with no structure. Your physique does not represent the effort. You're saying no to plans when you stand on track and then falling off anyways after a week or two. You have a bad relationship with food, whether it's, the binge eating like how I was doing, right? And overall, you lost your passion for fitness. Like it was at a point for me where I was just doing the basic bodybuilder shit, trying to go every single day, wasting my time in the gym. And it just got so boring, especially because I wasn't seeing results, right? Like, at the end of the day, I'm sure you guys heard on social media, like, oh, the grind is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be very boring. But the reason why people say that and the reason why you feel like that is because you're not getting progress. For me and all my clients, when we actually put in the work, but we're seeing the progress from it, we get excited about going to the gym again, about doing the running, about sticking to the meal plan. Like, and that's the best feeling. It's kind of like just having that spark back because then it bleeds into everything else, right? And just going up here, what I was missing was a flexible diet approach, one that lets you eat out, travel, still be able to get lean, right? A hybrid training structure, only going a couple days a week, right? But lifting heavy, running to build that complete jacked athletic physique, which is what you should be striving for the rest of your life, and not training like a fucking bodybuilder, right? Intentional decisions, knowing why and what you're doing, okay? And overall, a structured way to cement a new identity, become the version of yourself that can have it all, because it's fucking possible, and you see me doing it too as well. So look, here's my philosophy, right? Fitness was never about restriction, okay? It's about knowing how to have that balance and still make the best progress, right? A lifestyle that lets you be jacked and still have the freedom. Like you see me, I'm enjoying myself, eating my ice cream. I got my women by my side that I'm able to still go out with and do stuff with and not feel restricted or that guilt and shame feeling. Like I'm jacked right now in the best shape of my life, and I'm still able to have that freedom and that balance. And it's the best feeling, especially for me, because I've been struggling with it for so fucking long. Maybe you have too, right? So here's how it works, okay? This is the system, because again, it all is going to fall back onto structure and systems. And this is what I call the hybrid lifestyle program, okay? Phase 1 is going to be hybrid training fundamentals, getting in the running and lifting at the same time and learning the overall training structure, right? Flexible, simplistic whole foods approach that's not strict and still enjoyable. A recovery protocol incorporating the active recovery day, and just the little tweaks that really make the biggest difference in order for you to gain muscle, get into running, and still have that balance and not get weaker, even as you're cutting down, losing that fat, right? My supplement stack, and then going into phase 2 is cementing new identity, okay? The Honda Civic versus Ferrari analogy, gaining back control of your habits, acting as the new version of yourself consistently. Now, I know you're probably wondering, like, what's the Honda Civic versus Ferrari analogy? Excuse me. So the way I want you to think about it, and when you get on a call with me, I'm probably going to say the exact same thing because it's so important, right? But if you're going to the gym every single fucking day, you don't value it, right? Think about designer clothing or things that we don't see that often. We often, as humans, tend to value things more we don't have access to or see every single day, right? And it's the same exact thing with lifting weights and going to the gym. If you're going every single day still, or even 4 to 5 days a week or even more, you're in there for 2 to 3 hours and you're just doing whatever the hell, you're not valuing it. So the minute that we build this structure for you, or I build this structure for you, and we have you on this new program, right? We're only going 3 days a week, maybe 4 at most. But what happens is, since you're not going every day now and only in there for an hour, hour and 30 at most, now you're actually valuing a lot more. You're putting in real effort. You're actually training hard and taking it a lot more serious. And that's where the analogy comes in, because if you're seeing a Honda Civic every day, which is everyday traffic, you don't value it that much. Like, it's an everyday car, a Toyota Camry, right? Like, but if you see a Ferrari, think about how much you're like, oh my God, that's a Ferrari. Oh my God, like that's a Lamborghini. It's the same exact thing with lifting weights, because you're not there as much anymore. You're going to value it a lot more and put in more effort, okay? And then going into phase number 3 is balance and freedom. Not feeling restricted anymore, not having that guilt and shame feeling anymore. Actually being able to enjoy your diet, okay? Relighting or, relit your passion for fitness and actually enjoying the process, like how I was saying earlier. Like, it becomes fun again. You get excited to wake up early, go to the gym, or to go at night, right? And it bleeds into everything else in life, okay? Your work, your business, your career, perspective, how people treat you, your confidence, how you're looking in the mirror, right? How you carry yourself, your decisions, your habits. Like, y'all got to understand, like, if you're watching this and you want the goal of, like, building the hybrid physique, right? And don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but you got to understand that this shit is so much fucking deeper than just having, like, oh, I want to be a better runner. I want to have the abs. I want to have the physique. No, like, how is it affecting your daily life? How is it affecting you looking in the mirror and seeing that guy in the mirror? Are you truly happy with that guy in the mirror? How are people treating you that you're out of shape right now? How is it affecting your workplace? Do people make fun of you? Do you not feel confident in the clothes you're wearing? Like, y'all got to understand, this affects everything in your life. Everything. Like, you guys saw in the beginning of the video how much getting in the gym has changed my life. I have my dream car. My business is thriving right now. I'm going to make 6 figures this year. My coaching business, maybe even more, right? I have the girl of my dreams. I have the balance. I have the freedom and the overall mindset and perspective and the confidence and the way people treat me. Just everything in my life, the clothes fitting better, just everything started from being in the gym and getting these habits and learning them and having that applying to my daily life, right? And with the overall, method and overall program and coaching style of my hybrid lifestyle program, this is just a glimpse of it, right? This will be the custom training app that you will have access to. And as you can see, I have it customly branded for the hybrid lifestyle method, the hybrid lifestyle program, okay? This is a training app that you'll have access to, and it's going to have everything inside of it for your program, the sets, the reps, the rest time, a section for each exercise, so that way we can focus on progressive overload, so that way you're getting stronger, adding on muscle, even as you're going into running, cutting down, right? With the workouts too as well, at the end of the workouts, there's going to be a section where it says cardio, and it'll say, running, for example. And once we actually get used to you doing the running, now we're going to incorporate real structure, right? We're going to talk about zone 2 running, zone 3, speed intervals, long runs, and overall have that real structure inside your training app. And again, this is just a small glimpse of what it actually is. There is so much more that actually goes into all this, right? We're going to have long-term goals, short-term goals. Your meal plan will be attached inside of there. We're going to be tracking your steps every day, and just all these metrics that you're not going to fail. The accountability is there, right? And even going down here, like, we do weekly one-on-one calls. We do weekly progress photos inside the app too as well. I'm texting you all throughout the week. So the accountability issue is not a fucking problem. If you put in your 100%, I'm giving you back 150. These are all my clients that I currently have right now, and plus a couple more that usually do their check-ins, midway through the week. But these are my Sunday calls with all my guys. Like, we become family, bro. And it's the best feeling that my clients become my family and friends, but they're able to break out of their plateaus, have high energy, and be able to get to where they want to be so fast. Like, I kid you guys not, like, within the first month of all these guys working with me, they break out of their plateau that they've been in for months and years. The depression goes away. The guilt and shame feeling goes away. Like, look at every single person in these photos. They're fucking smiling their asses off. And if they're not, it's because they fucked up with something and I held them accountable, which is my job as a coach, right? But for the most part, they're happy. They have high energy. They're finally glad that they're able to enjoy their life, get their dream physique, build these habits for themselves, but still be able to enjoy life at the same time, right? And over here, I even have a group chat with all my clients. We're all sending our workouts, what we're doing throughout the day, our progress, our wins. So there's even more community and everything inside of it. And listen, if you don't believe me, all these client testimonials is people I've worked with over the years of doing this shit. And this is only a small portion, okay? If you have my Instagram, you can go to my Instagram, go to my highlights section that's on my main page, and it'll say clients 1, clients 2, clients 3. There is hundreds, literally hundreds of testimonials, transformations that you can go through. But these are just some of the main ones. Like, we have Quincy right here who lost 50 pounds. Zay that I'm currently working with right now, he's down 60 pounds. We have myself. We have Brandon who does real estate full time, and he's doing amazing right now. We have Dan who he just has me on Snapchat and on Instagram, and he was just using my content and whatever I post on my stories as motivation. He lost over 100 pounds. Malik with over 50, 60 pound transformation. Jordan who lost 50 pounds, right? We have Henry who's down almost 20 pounds right now. Yuger, who doesn't even live in the United States, that's down, I think, 15 or 20 pounds and overall looking amazing right now. We have Cade, who I'm still working with right now. He's got his abs coming in. He's getting into running. He signed up for his first marathon this year, right? We have Mateo, who's down 20 pounds right here. And he told me he hasn't been in the low 200s or now in the 190s ever since fucking high school, right? And again, all my clients are still living life. They're still able to enjoy their fun on the weekends, whatever balance means for you, right? Is it a business? Is it your wife? Is it your kids? This is the most important thing. And again, all these client transformations you can find on my main Instagram. Like, I'm telling y'all, there's a reason why I'm the best one doing this shit in this niche. I get my clients results. They're happy with it and they get it fast. And again, it's deeper than that. It affects everything in your life. And I just become so close to all my clients, and it's just one of the best feelings in the world. So again, if y'all want to see more hundreds of client transformations, whether you're watching this from my actual YouTube or you're off my Instagram before our call, go to my client section, go to my highlights, and you can see all the other client testimonials. Now, at the end of the day, again, you have to put your 100% in order for me to give, or in order for me to give my 150%, right? So again, if you're watching this from my YouTube, you can DM me on my Instagram page with the keyword hybrid life or just hybrid. So that way we can talk about what you're going through right now, talk about how to get into this coaching, and overall get you to that next fucking level in order for you to get that dream physique, build those habits, get that confidence back, have the clothes fitting right, build those habits, all that stuff. At the same time, get your dream physique and still have a balanced lifestyle and freedom. Again, I don't care what y'all heard on social media. I don't care who says you can't have both. You can only have one or the other. You just saw everybody that's winning right now. You just saw all this, right? So again, at the end of the day, if you are watching this right before our call, make sure that you show up with these. First of all, a quiet place and no distractions. I don't want no kids in the background. I don't want your wife telling you that you got to do this in the background, right? I don't want you being in the car. Be in a quiet place with no distractions, please. Next, have an open mind, okay? Our calls are going to be in depth and I'm going to be teaching you about everything. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things in general, right? On top of that, have your card in hand and be ready to invest, okay? If we find something that makes sense for you, we can move forward immediately. And I will talk about the next steps of getting your phone number, sending some emails, me building out and sending you an invite to the training app. And if one thing is missing out of all these three, because they are very important for our call, we can reschedule. It's perfectly fine. Now, with that being said, too, if you reschedule more than 2 times, I will not get on a call with you because at the end of the day, if you're busy, you got the wife, the kids to take care of, the business, the job. But if you miss more than 2 calls after I reschedule on my own for you, it's just showing me your lack of commitment. So please have everything ready. Be ready to lock in on this new journey for yourself. And again, it's so much more bigger than you. It affects everything in your life. And again, if you put in your 100% and if you're fucking ready, if you're tired of your situation right now, then I am going to put my 150% and get you the results that you've been longing for months or even years, okay? Again, if you're coming from my YouTube, DM me on Instagram with this keyword. If you're watching this before our call, be ready. And I will hope and I'm glad to see you there. And I'm excited to talk. See you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.